On the 31st of July and the 3rd of August 2014, the cycling time trial and road race finals will travel through Glasgow city centre. In 2013, in preparation for some of the world's finest cyclists, the city's parks and streets hosted a major event in the British cycling calendar.
The National Road Race Championships traditionally aren't held in city centre circuits, so this is a new departure and a test run for the Commonwealth Games to iron out difficulties that might present themselves and to give it a go and to see how it works through Glasgow city centre.
It's quite unusual for the British Championships to be a city-based course. Usually it's in the middle of nowhere, but this year they've decided to bring the sport to the public, and it's quite refreshing to actually be in a city centre for this kind of level of race.
The legacy of the Commonwealth Games is already in action across Scotland, with many of the new and refurbished sporting facilities being used by the general public. Like all of the venues, the road courses were meticulously planned and tested by the team at Glasgow 2014 in preparation for competition.
After the initial course was designed, one of the riders, David Miller, made some recommendations of some slight changes to the course, and hence we have the course that we're riding in for the British Championships.
The course is 14.2 kilometres around for one loop. Women will do it 8 times, the men will do it 13 times. Total distance, women 112 kilometres. For total race distance, and men are 180 kilometres. If everything goes to plan, then this will be the course for the Commonwealth Games in 2014. So start line is here at Glasgow Green. The riders head out along Greendyke Street up into Salt Market. We'll pick up some iconic places to see. Through Argyle Street Shopping Mall, turn right into Buchanan Street, arguably the busiest shopping mall in Scotland. From there we turn left and head out towards the West End and Kelvin Grove Park, one of the loveliest parks in Glasgow. Along down University Avenue, very fast descent through here, short sharp turn. We'll see a lot of people out there drinking their lattes, maybe hanging out at the bars or the pubs. This is probably the biggest climb of the race, so up Great George Street, and then another fast descent down through Gibson Street. And then up into what I think, as being a non-Glaswegian, as one of the prettiest parts of Glasgow, up in the Park Circus. The course then makes its way back in towards the city centre. We're expecting the riders will probably be doing 50-60 kilometres an hour as they come into Nelson Mandela Square. Down Rotten Row, and it's an interesting area, this one. It's probably the only area that's cobbled. So short, very sharp descent on cobblestones and a very fast descent down High Street, returning us back in towards the park.
One of the beautiful aspects of this race, of course, is going through the centre, so there was a lot of opportunities where the spectators can see the event going out towards the West End, and then they can walk 5 minutes and actually see it coming back towards the East End, back to Glasgow Greens.
Over 4 days, Glasgow welcomed world-renowned athletes and Commonwealth and Olympic medalists, including Lizzie Armistead, Mark Cavendish, David Miller and Laura Trott. The perfect practice for the Commonwealth Games.
The fact that you can shut down the whole of the city centre in such a big city as Glasgow, that's no mean task, and it's hats off to everyone who's been involved in getting it running on the day. It'll be even bigger and better next year, I think. It
got bigger and bigger, and it got louder and louder, which is really nice. People just love it and just come out and watch, which is nice, obviously. It's just nice to see cycling in a city, like on the roads. But it is a good, tough course. Like if you get the right riders on it for the Commonwealth Games, it's going to be an amazing race.
Well, it's a spectacle, and the great thing is you get, as a spectator, a real hit of the race. A great chance to see it really up close, see it in full flight with the convoy of vehicles that passes through in a big bike race. It's definitely designed, I think, to be a proper spectacle for tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people.
It was special to be able to race in a city centre. We don't get to do it very often. Then the whole atmosphere around the Commonwealth Games is going to be something special. I think it's going to be as close as I'll get again in my career to something like London was.